this background feeling. I remember when I had my very first escort session, I had this background feeling that I was gonna feel like gross. And then I remember like I went through the session and I left and I was walking down the street with like a couple $1,000s in my pockets. And I was like, who exploited who here?
The fuck?
Step forward if you agree. I judge the other side.
Oh, of course you do. Everybody does. Oh, please. You know what, you guys, this has nothing to do with the topic. Everybody judges. It's something that you do. Most people, almost everybody does. You're almost designed to judge. Just even though you don't like it, right? The way you express your judgment on others, or the way you express your internal judgment, is mostly conscious, right? Right? But your thoughts and the way you judge people, it's natural. It happens. It's whatever.
It's hard for me to reconcile, unfortunately, like sex work as like noble or something that it's necessary for society.
Totally understand.
XQC, do you
but also, one of the oldest professions is sex work. One of the things that almost every human does
where you enjoy this dog shit
in the world is sex. So the idea that we actually do this for money isn't too far out of the ordinary, you know? My dad was a pastor. So it's like, understand, I didn't grow up in an idea where like sex work was okay. But I did grow up in an idea where it's like, I want to learn, I want to experiment. And one of the things I wanted to always learn about was what my body does. So like, what made you decide, what put you in a place where you decided, is it religious? Or
yeah, so it's definitely a Jesus thing. Like, yeah. Jesus is my Lord and Savior, and so I totally believe that that part of me is something to be shared intimately with the person I'm choosing to spend my life with.
Can I ask the disagreeers to step forward?
I don't judge you. I just don't understand why you would give people access to your body in that manner, which opens you up to so many more risks with like STDs, pregnancies, all that stuff. I could not do that. That is not me.
Okay, here's a good example for that. It's
okay.
Like, my other job is doing stunts. I light myself on fire. Is there a risk to that?
Yes.
But it is an educated risk because I know exactly what I'm doing and I know how long to burn and I know what's going on. Same thing with sex work. These are all educated risks that we take.
That is our job. Our body is what we use for our job, so we take care of it. We get tested, we take care of our health. You know, we are very, very adamant about that.
But I just cannot get on board with our bodies being a product all the time.
But isn't that how every job is? When I was working in retail, my body was a product. I'm lifting heavy things. I'm working in, you know, weird, nasty work conditions. I'm getting injured. Like every job I've had has required physical labor of my time and body, and I'm required to be there.
We all sell our body, just depends on
I know what the fuck you're talking about.
I mean, but sexual selling is very different from what I do, which is like working as a nurse in a hospital.
But you're selling your time, your physical ability, your knowledge, and your emotion, because that job is very draining on your mental health. We're doing the same thing, except we're just showing nudity and pleasure. I'm Nathan Bronson. I am 32. I am a sex worker, and almost 100% of that is doing porn. When I was younger, I had girls tell me I was very terrible in bed and I had a small penis. I wanted a challenge. I always like doing things that not a lot of people can do. I want to be able to prove that I can do it. And so that's why I got it.
Sex work can make the world a better place.
I'm a prostitute, and I've had
my thing's always bad.
I had one guy whose wife.
No. I just feel like I think as a core concept, it's selling of intimacy at that point, or at least almost all parts of it. So
Wife had died, and he had only been with her his whole life, and she had just died like a year ago, and he was like, I don't know how to date again. He didn't want to get into the emotional part where he was like interwoven with the new person. And so as baby steps, like he came and saw me as an escort. Or there was another guy who was
you're
dying
selling
of
friendship.
cancer.
Yo. First of all, I'm not selling anything, okay? First of all, I'm not selling you shit, okay? You watch free content. two. I'm giving you fucking nothing. I'm giving you images and pixels of pure degeneracy. If you choose to make a fake friendship and you think you're my friend and you're gonna come shake my hand and touch my buddy or touch my booty, not happening. I'm not your friend, motherfucker. I'm pixels. Okay? Let me tell you straight up how it is. Okay, so we're saying simply so everybody's on the same page, okay? I like some of you guys in the chat. Chill chat, we're chilling. Fun jokes. I'm pixels to you. I'm pixels.
And he was like, I'm not in a position where I can get laid on my own, and I don't want to die without experiencing
There's
intimacy
no other
with a
thing.
person. And I got to be that for him. And just like last year, I looked him up and I found his obituary. Those encounters are what make the job valuable to
You're not even subbed. You're not even subbed.
me. Because this is not just like a casual physical experience, right? Like you're touching somebody's soul, and I am so thankful to have been allowed the
No
opportunity
fucking shot, I've
to help
just been
women that I've
timed
helped
out
like
for
that.
Kumi.
Sometimes I get the feeling
XQC, I
that we
think
save
it's time to have
lives.
a chat
Someone
with the
having a
mods.
bad day,
I
a man
seen
might
those
want to be a little
motherfuckers
violent, but
spelling
instead,
Booba
you know,
too,
he goes to the strip club, or he watches a little porn, or he, you know, spends time with a provider, and that brings him down and it levels him out, and he gets that intimacy that he's missing.
I have a suspicion that we save marriages.
marriages.
Like, I saw so many husbands who were like, my wife hasn't touched me in 6, 10, 15, 20 years. And like, I need sexual outlet. And like the fact that they can get it with an escort, like preserves the marriage. Otherwise.
Guys, I've rarely seen takes that are so fucking dog shit. I want to pause the video and just
They would
mute
leave
it.
the wife and the house and the kids and everything would explode. It's like a controlled.
Yo, bro, when you're not getting the juice, okay, you just jerk off. And if you're not getting, if it's not, if you something that you need in a relationship, which is mostly people will like, right? Bring up the problem, and you can find a solution, then I have to say you split up. That's just kind of how it is, though.
Beliefs.
I got thoughts.
Okay, so I did want to
It's
address the
that
idea
simple.
that you said that you having sex with a husband saved the marriage. I don't believe that's even possible.
Don't say no. It's not that. It's not that complicated. There's no stop. No, it is. That's literally as simple as it gets.
Can adultery save a marriage?
Like my perception is that this is like an inadequate Band-Aid to cover a wound that doesn't have another way to heal. And so I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying, yeah, you're correct in your criticism. I would
yeah, I'm
not
too
like to
young.
be in a marriage where this was happening
I'm too young.
without my knowledge. But like, I do suspect that the
Holy
alternative
shit, never
is the
thought I
destruction of
would
the
see
marriage.
someone
I'm gonna
get
share
stung
something.
up more
So
often than Arjan.
I looked at porn when I was in 8th grade, and just kind of hearing.
I'm not too young. You're a person. You have needs, okay? And sometimes you have to make compromises. I get it. You have to angle your chips. You have to play your hands right or whatever, right? But ultimately, most of the time, the very vast majority, if you need something at a relationship that is kind of like happening and that you know you're getting, it's a very strong, big part of being with somebody. And if you don't have that and you miss that and you approach the problem, you try different solutions and you're not getting it, and it's a big part it's now missing, then it's broken. If it can't be fixed, you just gonna split up.
You
It
don't
is what it
sell
is.
anything
It is-
because
it is
the
what it is.
merch, which is
It's
coming
crazy. I'm getting
soon,
like a
has not
frustration
seen the
because I'm
light
like,
of the day for like
oh
2
man,
years,
because
you
it really
pixelated
put me
photo on
down
my
a
screen.
bad spiral. And I just started thinking about myself. I started thinking about women really inappropriately. It's because like porn puts this idea in our mind and kind of scares us. I think it scares guys away from actually talking to women, actually.
Yeah, I also want to like validate the fact that pornography like can cause these effects in people. Like some people watch porn and they have like a really negative reaction, or like it causes you to feel like this objectification of women that you don't want to experience. And I think it's like really important to like acknowledge that and be like, yeah, maybe some people just shouldn't watch porn. Like maybe it's bad for them.
I was watching an interview the other day with Angela White, another porn star, and she said this thing that just fucking blew my mind, where she was like, you know, we don't watch Fast and the Furious to learn how to drive. We don't watch porn to learn how to have sex and intimacy. Porn is entertainment.
That's so hard though, because so many people watch it. If that's the avenue they go towards, that's what they're gonna learn from, and then they're
But
going
again,
down a bad
now you're
path.
still
Guys,
splitting that.
These things are so separate. You can't make any sort of you can't do that. This is not a fair line of thought. You guys are kind of true because it makes sense to you logically. Oh yeah, bing bang. Yeah, it's why analogies and comparisons make kind of sense logically, but if you think about it, they're dumb. It's like it's really dumb.
This
Can't-
path
can't-
of
you
like
can't make these comparisons.
because
You
we're
can't.
having sex on camera, it is entertainment.
What would be your solution to
Because
be like?
it's the way you do it, chat. It's the way you do it. It's like if I spent all day trying to interacting with you guys in a very personalized way, right? And say, hey guys, oh, what about you? A mold nugget. How was your day? Yeah, and would you like this? Would you like that? Oh, my favorite is this. What about your favorite? And we did this for like 2 hours. And I said, guys,
Open
this
the
stream
diary.
is only entertainment. God, motherfucker. Fuck you, man. I don't know who the fuck you is. This is only entertainment, bro. Like, dude, chill out, man. It's the way you do it. The way it's done. It has very complicated. It has some things have very deep in elements to them, and you can't ignore them just because you want to simplify it to entertainment. Like, it's just
if you
can't
do
do
have
that.
those unsuspecting audiences,
It's complex.
like is there an advisory? Is there something that says
No, because it doesn't matter what you do, people are going to find it. Now, what I think, better education, better parents, better teaching, because when it really comes down to it, me doing this job and being chastised for doing something that as an adult that I want to do and I
Cameraman.
want to strive to do better is a completely different thing.
I'm Rudy, I'm a virgin, and I believe
Pause.
sex
You
is
can
a
remove
beautiful thing
the
that God
filter, it's
made for
fine.
two people. I view the sex industry as something very taboo and full of people who may or may not have had a different choice or thought of a different option to provide themselves a better life.
What?
God cares about
Okay,
our sex
that's extremely shallow. What the fuck was that?
lives. God cares about our sex lives.
What?
I believe that God created sex. Like, we are all sexual beings. I mean, unless you're asexual, I guess. But sharing that with one person for the rest
I'm not
of
gonna
my
question
life,
beliefs or
like,
whatever.
that
I'll let
just-
him do it.
That's
It's
is
fine.
so
While
appealing to me
enjoying my
because
delicious
then
we don't
I
talk
feel
about
like I can
Sunday
like
morning
give my
XQC.
full
Religion here,
self
just
to,
because
to
I-
them, and I would hope that they want to do the same with me.
I feel like God is involved. And that's why people thought I was crazy when I said, yeah, I want to be actually praying on my first time. People thought I was crazy. But there's emotion, there's so much more than just action. That's gonna be so good.
I respect people's beliefs and what they
I
believe
used to
in.
be very Christian. I was
I-
homeschooled.
Girls saying,
My dad's a professional evangelical
Oh,
debater
wow.
who
Oh, wow.
has a radio
Like
show
an
and writes books.
apologist?
Yes,
Oh,
he's a
God.
Christian
An
apologist.
evangelical
yeah,
debator.
I was raised,
I'm not gonna say
you know,
anything.
no kissing, don't hold hands. I was like, till marriage, like absolutely. But there was a sense of like this sexual act is really elevated. Like a lot of it from my frame is that we're like sort of participating in a social ritual where we all like give this act like a huge amount of power, which is like not my deal, but I really resonate with like the strength that can hold.
So I also grew up Catholic and, grew up in my Catholic shame bubble. I would masturbate
guys.
and then cry myself to sleep and be
I
like,
have good arguments and good thoughts about this. No, if
God
I
hates
speak,
me, I'm
big
going
trouble.
to hell. I don't know, man. I just kind of opened my eyes to the world and was like, you know what? People are out here raping. They're out here murdering. They're out here doing some crazy ass shit. And this world is
Listen, man, dog.
They're out
Hey,
here
dog?
murdering. They're out here doing some crazy ass shit. And this world is fucking awful. I don't think God is down,
I'm done.
looking down on the world and seeing all that and going, God damn it, Avery sucking a dick again, like another check, like she's gone. I'm like, no.
Are you at all worried that by creating porn and all that stuff is feeding into a very real addiction that a lot of men suffer with?
So
Most men
the difference
don't
there
want
is
it.
with like the mainstream porn that I do, yeah, it can be hella skeezy. They give you skeezy, storylines and stepmom this and step this, and it gets real skeezy.
Guys, I feel like on the list of all the problems, that's like near the bottom, and I feel like all the concerns of people that are part of the industry, that's all the way to the bottom. So it's like a double bottom like combo. It's
But then when you take it to the other
It's
side
like
of
a
the porn,
double bottom, I feel like
I can put out the product that I want to. I can help educate people. I can put out ethical porn because I'm making it. My name is Avery. I am 27 years old and I am a sex worker. It's weird because I grew up super religious and, used to give chastity talks at church and chastise my friends for being sexual, but I actually find that I'm not as bitter towards my religion anymore since I started this work, because somehow it's kind of reconnecting me to it.
Guys, I think ethical porn is like,
In a way, just seeing that and hearing from people that I'm putting good out into the world and I'm making the world a better place.
I guess it's like a, hey, hello, girl, hello, man. Hey, is this a normal scenario that would happen in real life? Yes. Would you like this? Yes. Are you sure? Yes. Okay, I'm about to perform this. Okay. Would you like that? Yes. 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 Okay, what about this? Yeah.
Feel joy and
I feel like that, right?
I've had trouble in romantic relationships.
My fiance does not do sex work, she's only slept with, I think, 13 people, right? Which to me, that's...
He's like, that's so little. For me, that's a lot.
I mean, before I got into the industry, I was over 100 something, so it's a crazy number to me. It's always a very strange thing trying to keep this relationship going in that sense of like what I do, because even it's just there's egos, and she has to see me with younger women all the time, and it sometimes hurts her, but it's like just a lot of communication.
For me, I am currently in a relationship, and the guy I'm dating, he is actually not a Christian. So I had to have that conversation with him beforehand, like that because of my religious beliefs, I'm not going to have sex until marriage. He's not only honored it, but he supported it. But it does make it difficult because it's like I want to make him happy, he wants to make me happy, and that struggle of like, I guess, fighting against our flesh is going to be a little harder. I don't want anyone to see my naked body until they're my husband.
Oh, he hasn't even seen you naked?
No.
Oh, really? Wow. Sorry, being naked is just such I just walk around naked. It doesn't. How long have you guys been dating?
It's been a few months.
It was like 3, 4?
Yeah, around that.
Good for you, girl. Keep that pussy on lock.
A lot of people think that we are anti-sex or not sex positive. I don't think that's true at all. I know that I'm a very sexual person. I cannot wait to explore that sexual side of myself with my husband, but that is something that I want to restrict to just one person, and that's how I want to explore that sexual side of me.
I'm just happy to be here.
I don't have a romantic issue because with my virginity, because they kind of admire.
I'm not making faces, guys. It's just that I feel like if you make parallel arguments like earlier, like people were justifying, it's like guys. I'm made to race cars. I'm a racer by heart. I've never really been in a car before. I don't really know what it does, but I know for a fact I'm made for Formula 1 racing at the top level. And whenever I get into the car, I'm about to fucking bust that bitch hardcore and be number one. Like, dude.
Kind of what I do or my self-control, stuff like that.
Yeah.
So.
Restraint is hot.
Huh?
Restraint is
hot.
Yes, it is.
Question, have you had women who definitely not virgins, maybe not even Christian, come after you because they know you're a virgin, they're trying to steal that card?
Yeah.
And how hard do they push?
It's pretty hard.
I've never been in a circumstance where I had somebody I wanted to date who did not want to date me because of my job, ever.
Really?
Ever. Because the kind of filters I have in place, like by the time we get to the point where I want to date them, like if they've passed all the other criteria that I have, by that point, all of them are just totally fine with sex work. I don't like people who are possessive at all. I'm very polyamorous.
Yeah.
In the normal world is that people don't date each other because of sex work, but that's just not the reality I live in.
Yeah.
See, that's my reality. I have a hard time with romantic relationships.
Wait, how is that
'cause,
fair? What?
Well, I'm a sex worker, and not only am I a sex worker, but outside of work, I self-identify as a whore. Like, I just like to have sex, and I like to experience as many people as possible.
Wait,
and when
that
I
was
do
such an
find
unfair
someone I'm
unreasonable
interested in
take.
for romantic relationships, that's the package deal. You know, I tell them, like, look, I want to be with you, and I want to be in a relationship with you, and I care about you a lot, but I also need to be a slut and have sex with people who aren't you sometimes. I've tried dating, like, other porn performers, And, you know, even that gets murky because even with our jobs, jealousy is still a thing. So, you know, I'll be dating a porn star who knows that I'm a porn star, and then they hit me with the, hey, babe, I think like maybe you should just start doing like content with girls. Yeah, just do girl, and like maybe threesomes with me and other girls, and like that's it, and change your branding. And I'm like, so you started this romantic relationship with me knowing exactly what the is down, like who I am, what I do, what I'm about, and you thought that, oh, let me just like wait a few months and then I can like change.
This video is dog shit. Hey guys, how about a Master Chef for the road, boys? Guys, how about one Master Chef just for the road? Today, an exclusive. It fucking arrived.